Good morning, everybody. Another lovely day. It is beautiful. A little bit bright, which is nice. A little bit cloudy, so it's not too hot. It's just lovely. I don't know if you guys can hear the birds. Obviously the road traffic too, but there's some birds chatting to each other here from opposite sides of the garden. Show you the garden again, what we've got done so far. We're going to do some more today, and we're also going to do on the other side of the laneway for the apple orchard. We are going to make room there. We're going to do it in strips as well, same as this, and then we will plant the apple trees under the plastic in the strips, but much farther apart. They'll be about 25 feet, whatever that is in meters. Approximately 3.3 feet per meter. We'll plant them apart. Now that way, when they grow mature, we'll be able to drive between the rows. So probably something like this, and skip these two, and then we'll be able to drive between the apple trees for picking. For now, we're going to do about 100 trees. Thank you very much to our Boosty subscribers for helping us fundraise for those trees as well, and they will be going over there on the other side of the laneway. Very excited about that. So we still have to buy more. We have purchased, I'm not sure, maybe 12 trees so far, 15 trees, something like that. So we got lots more to purchase yet, but put those in. We also bought 3 or 4 cherry trees, and they'll be going in this garden. Anissa wants to plant some of them along the edges and stuff here, different bushes. We have these currant bushes that someone sent us last year. Here's another one. So we're also going to be transplanting these. She thought originally this would be a nice spot, but because I have to kind of get in and out of the garden here in order to do this job, they will be in the way. So far I've been managing to miss them, but we will transplant those along the edges as well, and keep this side open. We got our trip tape here. Very excited to see how this all works out this year. And then we got to do a bunch of rows, like I said, on the other side of the laneway for the trees. Get that done. Yeah, exciting times. Still just amazing how fast everything turned green. All the leaves are out. Nice clear day still. You can see all the way down there to the church. Wonderful. Wes is just about done harrowing the field. Got a little piece to do yet, so maybe we'll get that finished up tonight yet too. It was supposed to rain last night, so we were hoping to get it all done before the rain, but it never did rain. So we will keep working, and the main reason, as I said before, for the harrowing is to knock some of those weeds down, and to mainly knock the seed heads down. And then with the rain, it'll get driven into the ground, and we will have new crop grow. At some point, I still want to loosen the earth. I have no idea when the last time it was seeded, but the longer you leave it, even just from raindrops, it will pack it hard, and you'll end up with a hard pan. Right now, this land has great absorption. Means the water disappears really good in here. But to have a lot of this grass stuff is great. You don't have any dirt showing, which means it doesn't dry out as well. There's lots for the organisms in the ground to eat, the bugs, and they make great topsoil. And also, the more organic matter, more carbon material you have in the dirt, the looser it will be, but the more water absorption you'll have. And that's the main, it's a very critical thing, that you need water, of course, for your plants to grow. So, also easier for roots to get down in and find their way. Look how dirty the poor tractor is. Most of that's pollen, and now of course mixed with all that dust from the garden. Time for a bath. Ready to roll? Yep. The machine working good?
Could be worse.
Could be worse?
Doesn't needs 2 guys, which is kind of odd.
Yes, yeah, I wondered about automating that somehow. But around here, it seems to be normal to have multiple workers. You ever seen Solly's machine work in Canada or not? Neither did I. He has one like this too. I don't know how it works. We were just discussing it, Wes and I, yesterday, if there was a way to modify this so that the plastic would start on its own. It probably is. And cut on its own. And then you wouldn't need a guy. You just drop the machine in and start driving. And we'll probably think of something. Between the two of us, maybe one day we'll engineer it to do that. Eh? Может быть. Alright, let's go. Oh, the boss showed up. Ready to work?
Yeah.
You going in the tractor or out here?
I'm going in the tractor
In
with
the
you.
tractor. You still got breakfast on your face. Did you forget to wash?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Wes is using the arrows, knocking off the stalks and the seed heads. As you can see, it works very well. He's basically got the whole field done here, eh? Now the one direction looks more done than the other, and that's just the way the grasses are pointing right now. Alright, but it's all been done, and it's just knocking all the seeds off. Turns it to this, basically. A lot of it, plus a few sticks sticking up.
That's beautiful. Thank you. That's nice. Wow.
I guess it's that far in spring now.
I see.
Where'd you find him, man?
Beautiful.
Garden.
Cora found him? Where?
In a tree.
In the tree. Which tree?
Over there.
Over there?
Over there.
Oh, they're pretty.
Right there.
Way to a mama's heart, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, bud.
Okay.
Your kids try stuff. It's just awesome. You know, a lot of people are like, oh no, don't touch, you might break it, don't worry. You know what, my kids break some stuff from time to time. Most of the time it's fixable, but the experience that they gain in the process is invaluable. You cannot put a price on that. It is super value. Finley is 3 years old and he's trying to fill this tire up by himself. He's got this one filled up and I didn't do it. He said the tire was flat and I was going to come out and help him, but then I didn't get around to it. I was still busy with something else, and next thing I know, he's coming in and he's telling me there's no valve on this one tire, and he's got this air compressor out, the DeWalt air compressor, little hose. He's got one tire filled up, the other one's not filled up because there's no valve stem. He discovered on its own it's missing one, which is a problem, so he had to come and get Dad. And I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
And you're 3 years old. That's amazing.
This was in
the van?
for some reason.
I think Wes put it in the van.
Yeah.
Let your kids try stuff. Doesn't matter how old they are. He's not going to hurt himself. What's he going to do with the air compressor? Like, nothing's going to go bad. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Point though, we're missing the valve stem. So likely what happened is that it got so empty and kids kept pushing the wheelbarrow anyway that it spun, which means that the tube inside the tire and inside of that is a tube, which I probably can't show you. Yeah, that's part of it right there, has spun. And so the valve stem is now not in the right spot. So I need to just turn it, try to line it up with that hole, and push it back through. And then we'll fill it up with air. All right, so there you can see the valve stem. I've got it lined up with a hole. Now it's a matter of pushing it back through, which can be a trick sometimes, but didn't work. Might need to get a screwdriver to get that in through the hole. But anyway, that's the goal. Get it through that hole and then we'll fill it up with air.
Turn this?
Yes, sir. Turn it up. The other way, buddy, till the number gets bigger. I don't know what we need here. Max inflation says 25. Whoop, you're too far. Go back. I don't want to put too much. Whoop, that's pretty good. It's 24. We're going to go 25, it says. So. I did, yeah. Okay. And push play. Yep. There it goes. Good afternoon. Dobry din. Still working on the shop. Chickens in the background. All locked up today. Getting the trim on the shop. Soffit's almost done. We're over there now, just the last little bit to go. Finish trimming up these doors and then we will start putting steel on the walls. See how far we get today. Still got a bit of time, but it is kind of windy. You can see the old flag here. It's high time for a new one. She's getting a little faded and I notice the ends are just starting to tear. I don't like a torn flag. Other than that, it's been holding up really, really good. But it's pretty windy. Chickens are locked up because, well, one, we've got a bunch of hawks flying around now, and two, they're laying eggs everywhere, and we want them only lay eggs here. So now we're moving this house. Eventually we will make a different arrangement, but for the moment, that's what we have planned. We're just moving this house around and still feeding them as well. And we're also selling eggs. If you're nearby, or in Nizhny Novgorod, you could let us know and we would be glad to sell you some eggs. We do have eggs for sale and we will soon have many other things for sale as well. So we bended all the trim ourselves. Wes is putting 2 pieces of J trim up. 1 piece of J trim is for the soffit, the other piece is for the wall steel. I've got the starter trim on with Waylon and the door trim. Now normally I like to make this door trim 1 piece, but that's okay, we didn't get that communicated right. Wes did an amazing job making my trim. So we're gonna make a 2nd piece now that will come back this way. And that might be easier anyway, because these can sometimes be a big fight when things aren't quite right. So we'll make it in 2 pieces probably. I've got backing. I can't show you. Maybe I can show you underneath here, if you can see anything. But I filled this with a 2x4. Main reason for doing that is so that this piece that sticks out has something solid behind it, because guaranteed, even though you try not to, guaranteed somebody's going to hit that with either a tire or a tractor bucket or a wagon, something, and it will dent it. And when there's nothing behind here, when it's hollow, then it makes a really ugly mess. Whereas if you put a full 2x4 or 2x6, 2x8, something solid behind it, then it gives it some structure. And then when you run into it, it doesn't bend it as bad. It'll still damage it, but it won't be as bad. So just a little tip. Another tip for making things look good is your overlaps. These are overlaps for these pieces here. You can see right into them. But your main point of entry is from the road, from that side. And from there, you can't see it. So when you're putting on trim, when you're putting on siding, when you're putting on soffits, try to make it so that you can't look into that trim. And it'll make it look more seamless. From the other side, you can't see any joints. Other than that, not much to tell you. We're moving along here. I'm gonna move him again shortly. And then we need to finish up the trim around these doors tops yet. But we'll need the bucket for that as well. So as soon as he's done there, we will climb in and get these done. I left these down longer, and you might think that's odd, but we're gonna fill this bottom up with wood yet as well. And that is why they are longer like that. The main reason is because it costs a lot to fill it up with sand, so I'm just going to put some wood here and leave my sand a little bit lower, at least for now. And then outside here, we got to bring this up. That also costs a lot of money, so we're just going to leave it. As long as it's not wet and raining, it's pretty dry out here. And then hopefully by summer or fall, we'll save up enough money to get some sand and gravel put in here, and it won't be muddy. We're out for our evening stroll, Mama and I. Look at this beautiful sunset. Isn't that just gorgeous? A burning ball of fire. It's a beautiful spring day. A little bit chilly, but not too bad. The wind's a bit cold. We are dressed up warm again. Right, Mom? Mm-hmm. We would prefer a little warmer, but it's okay. Flag is flying. Garden is in. Nothing planted yet, just plastic so far. And a beautiful sunset. Amazing how you can watch it go down.
As the leaves change color, I dive into you. When summer's fading, there's nothing to do but bask in the glory of the winter sun. Maybe this is the season